So since the 360 for the Duster is starting to go back together, got the crankshaft in, the cam is in, getting ready to put pistons in it, I decided I might as well do the right thing and start tearing into another engine. Because why not? No, I'm just kidding. This is a locked up 3.9 V6 out of the 98 Dakota parts truck that I got the AX15 5-speed transmission for my Duster. I honestly forgot I had this thing, but I need a couple parts off of it, so I remembered I have it in storage, drug the thing home, and gonna tear it apart, get the parts that I need off of it. Got some plans for some of the other parts that have nothing to do with car related stuff, but really cool stuff that I'll make a video on later. And the rest of it's gonna get scrapped. So might set up the time lapse and get a video of it just tearing the thing apart. Well, there's one of the things I needed. The cam bolt. The reason I needed it, so mine, at 360, I was running the LA front timing cover. So in order to run the mechanical fuel pump, I had to run some different stuff. And I don't know what I did with my bolt, my original bolt. That was 10 years ago that I did that. So that's, I guess they're the same. They better be the same. Well, yeah, they're the same. Yep, that's what I need. Now I'm put my timing set on, or my timing chain on. I need to get a degree wheel and degree that cam, but that's one part I need. I'm gonna pull some more parts off of that other thing. Actually, I guess I already have pretty much everything else I'm gonna use. I've got the original front accessories off of that 360 in storage, but I was like, if I'm pulling it off of this thing anyway, I know all the bolts are here and stuff, I might as well just use this one. So timing cover, alternator and AC bracket. Not gonna reuse the water pump or the alternator or anything like that, but I've got all that stuff here now. I'm gonna finish tearing this thing down and get it out of here. Look at this thing. That thing is nasty. Like I said, this came out of a 98 Dakota. I bought it specifically for the transmission. I think I gave, I don't know, $400 or $500 for the whole truck. And drove it home from north of Owensboro, Kentucky. It's like 2 hours away. Well, I made it within 45 minutes of home before the motor locked up. It had a bad rod knock. I knew it when I bought it. That thing was not well maintained. That is awful. I mean, that stuff is caked in there. Let me get a screwdriver once. That stuff's a half inch deep in there. Yikes. Trash. Remember what I said was wrong with this motor? Well, I just noticed this. Yep, Uncle Rodney came knocking, that's for sure. I can't even get that bolt out. I gotta beat that in to get that bolt out. Well, we've got some carnage. There's both bearing halves laying in there. There and there. All beat to heck. They're deformed. There's broken and deformed part of the main cap and rod. There's other broken and deformed part of a rod. Tear this apart and see what else we can find. Well, my phone died in the middle of that time lapse, so y'all didn't miss much though. I was working on getting the pistons out and spun a main bearing too, so the crank wouldn't turn. So it was interesting getting the pistons out. Finally got it. Finally got all but one out, and then just loosened the mains, rotated the crank, was able to get the last one out. But phone died again. What I was trying to say is I got 4 out of 6 pistons that are still good. I know I've got use for 2 of them. The other 2 I'll keep around for something. The block I'm thinking about keeping, throwing it in storage to maybe eventually clean it up good and make a coffee table or something out of it. I don't know. It's a V6 block though, so it's not as cool as a V8. I don't know, we'll see. I might just scrap it. I did load up pretty much all the other metal stuff. I get that clutch off the water pump. That water pump actually looks really good on the inside, but it sat for 10 years or whatever it's been, so I really don't want to throw that thing on and have it start leaking 6 months later and need to change it. So I'll probably put a new one on. But that's it on that, I guess. If I keep the block, I'm just going to throw it in storage. I'll make a video. It's going to be a while, probably a couple months, what I'm doing with the pistons. But main thing I needed was that bolt and washer. I could have just used the bolt that I had and got a regular washer. I don't know, but sorry, fam. Now I know I got the proper bolt, so that was the primary thing I needed. My budget is pretty much depleted at this point, so I didn't want to spend, I could buy another one of those, but just for the bolt and washer was like 15 bucks. So I was like, I ain't spending that. So instead I worked all day, all afternoon tearing a motor apart for one bolt. But it is what it is. Thanks for watching. Hope y'all enjoyed it. It was more work than I maybe should have put into this thing, but it's out of where it was in storage. It was in somebody's way. So it's out of their way. And I got some parts off of it that I needed. And the rest of it's going to scrap, make me a little bit of money. So, guess it was worth it. But thanks for watching.